9, 8.
You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Hi. Buy lots of comics.
Buy lots of comics. All right, go to bed. Good night.
Say?
I love you. What's up, everybody? We got a great show for you guys. Stick around. We're about to kick it. What's up, everybody? You're watching Kickin It With Onrie, the live shopping show. I'm your host, Onrie Kompan. It's great to be here with you guys. Back from Dragon Con, back from 3 weeks of back-to-back conventions. I am so relieved to finally have this period of my life behind me. It's funny, too, because I've spent these last few weeks like really working to get my credit card debt down. And then today I just got an email letting me know that I'm being charged for a bunch of past shipping charges that I had. They all just accumulated. So I've just paid. I made a credit card payment today of $5,000, and then tomorrow my credit card will be charged another $5,000. Which is why we need to get back to selling comics. So the fun never ends here. But what happens when I get these? When this happens, when I get like a big charge like this, rather than freak out, this is what I do. The solution is go out and buy more comics. That's what you do. So I went over to North Shore Comics today. I cultivated an amazing collection of books. I also got to hang out with my good man, Don Johnson, out in Dragon Con this weekend. We went and did some shopping yesterday. And that was the ultimate reward for having completed all of the work that I had to do throughout these last 3 weeks, was being able to go comic shopping with Don. And we found this really great booth on the, I think it was the second floor of the convention. And there was just so many long boxes there. I mean, Don and I got lost there. And I started finding stuff. And at first, I wasn't going to pick out stuff for the show because I had to fly home with it. And then I started coming across a bunch of issues of Tom King's Batman. I'm like, there's one. And I'm like, if I don't freaking buy this now, I am going to kick myself in the head. And I'm going to regret not buying it. And so I just started picking them out, and before I knew it, I had a stack about this high. And then I started picking some stuff out for you guys too. I set those books aside. You'll see them later. And then I went and decided to get some bigger books too. So I had a really good time, and I also got to go over to Don's house for dinner the night before, when we had a really wonderful dinner with him and his awesome girlfriend Michelle. I had a really great time with them. Don is the man, and if I ever come into your town for a convention, I'm happy to come over to your house and eat dinner off of your plates and, do all that kind of stuff and, use your restrooms and remember to wash my hands and to do all those things. Eat all your food and, do all that kind of stuff. But no, seriously, it's such a pleasure to be able to engage with you guys in person, not just like being here on these shows, but to actually interact with you in real life. That's something I really treasure whenever the opportunity comes. So anyway, let's get to it. We got an amazing show for you guys today. I'm going to be sharing some cool stories with you along the way. And as always, if you spend $25 with me, you're going to get to spend the meal. You spend $50 with me, and as long as you're located within the United States, I got you covered on shipping. He can confirm that I did all those things. Well, Don's a damn good cook. He made smoked pork, and it was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. His house was great. He has 2 dogs. His dogs are so cute. They're so kind. They're adorable. And I was really needing a home cooked meal because like I've literally been on the road for the last like 3 weeks, and just so you guys know how I eat when I'm on the road, it varies. But usually what I do is I go to the grocery store and I'll just buy a bunch of stuff that I can make for breakfast and lunch, so I save money. Because I don't like to go out and buy stuff. And I also don't like to eat horribly unhealthy. Like if I have a big breakfast, it's going to make me very lethargic throughout the day. So typically I just eat like hard-boiled eggs and some cherry tomatoes for breakfast. Like that's just to kind of get things going. And I have some coffee, and that usually takes me through lunch. But I buy like turkey and fajita wraps and like hummus and some other stuff like carrots, things that will just kind of like that I can wrap up real quick and bring with me. That's my lunch. And then I'll get like a little health bar or something like that to get me through and the rest of the day. And then usually for dinner, I'll go somewhere like where I can just save money. I don't like to go out and like splurge on dinner. The whole idea of making this work, going to conventions, is to spend as little money as possible and to maximize in the areas where I can. So if I'm going to spend money on anything right now, it's going to be on something like renting a car so that I can bring stuff to and from the convention and get to and from the convention easily. Or it's going to be upgrading my booth space so that I can stand out a little bit more. But generally speaking, I want to keep my expenses down as much as possible so I can maximize my profits, come home and pay off one huge credit card bill and then, incur another really high credit card bill. So anyway, let's get going. Let's start slinging those comics because they're not going to sell themselves. I'll tell you that. We got James Patrick in the house. What's up, my man? How you doing? All right. So the first book we got tonight is Predator, Strange Row. Predator, Strange Row. This is going to go for just $5 today. Dark Horse Predator. Some of that old school. Rue. It's Rue, right? Because it's from the Bayou. He's in the Bayou. So we got Predator, Strange Rue going for $5. Predator goes off to James. First claim of the night. Boom shakalaka. James, how you doing, man? All right. And by the way, guys, now that I'm back, this will be the only show that I do this week, primarily because I want to start getting everything underway with Warline fulfillment. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to be shipping out books for folks who backed our campaign. So I'm just going to be putting boxes together. If I don't have someone's address, I'll probably have to put out the surveys, do all that stuff too. But yeah, we're going to start fulfillment this week so that I can just start shipping stuff out and get it out to you guys. We will resume a regular schedule after this week. So coming this Monday, we're going to get back to our regular schedule and things are going to be back to normal. Because I will not have another 3-week burst of shows like I did this week. This was just insane. Absolutely insane. It was one thing before I was doing live sales, but now that I've done it, now that I'm doing live sales, like doing 3 conventions back to back to back, like that is crazy. And it's always August and March where I get hit with it the hardest. I mean, I think in November, I have 2 shows that are back to back, but it's not a big deal. I'll manage it. I have the Saga of the Swamp Thing number 3. That's going to go for $5. What's up, Leonard? How you doing? Text yellow goal. What is yellow goal? OK has the KO power. Yeah, I did. I mean, I have to tell you guys that show was not easy. Dragon Con, like, so when I was in Tampa, books were just flying off the table. I mean, that was like if I have to say like a perfect game, that was Tampa. I was like shocked at how well things were going. Like literally everyone I was pitching was picking up something. And I didn't have to worry about upselling anyone. And I don't like even calling it upselling because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me whether you're buying the first 4 issues of Yushin Shin or you're buying the graphic novel. I'm just showing people their options, but people see it as upselling. And I guess if they're spending more money, you can call it upselling, whatever the case is. But my job at the end of the day is to provide customer service, right? So if someone doesn't want the graphic novel, I'm not going to ram the graphic novel down their throats. I'm just going to tell them about it. If they say no, then we move on to the next thing. I don't bring it up again. We're done talking about it. But at Dragon Con, things got really tough, especially on Sunday. Like I think like the first hour or 2 on Sunday, I was just getting my teeth kicked in. And it wasn't until I spoke with this lady and she was like, you have to forgive everyone because, she was a customer who came in and bought everything for me. And she said, don't get upset about them. They're all just hungover. And I was like, oh yeah, they all went drinking the night before. And I don't go drinking. I don't go partying. I don't do any of that stuff. I work 10 hours and I go back to my hotel room and I just, I have dreams of selling people comics at conventions. I'm like on an endless loop. So, after that, it changed my mindset. And I don't know how it happened, but on Sunday, I ended up selling like 600 books. It was crazy, just the amount of volume that moved. I had like 3 big stacks of single issues of Eastern Shin. And by the end of Sunday, I was down to like 1 that was like this high. So on Monday, I had maybe about only 4 hours to work because I only had to sell through the rest of the stack, which was perfectly timed. Both of those conventions were just perfect games. But like Tampa was one of those shows where I had no problems upselling people, but when it came to Dragon Con, it's like people were just cutting me off. They were like, here's $10. I'm not giving you a cent more. I couldn't even tell them about Warline. I just was stuck on Yisung Shin. That was frustrating, but c'est la vie. I got Iron Man number 138. Iron Man's fighting Dreadnought here. This is going to go for just $5. What's up? Well done. Well done. Yeah, we need to play the David Moore tribute. We will in just a bit. 14 watching and 6 likes. Can we get those likes up? That would be awesome. So no selling on or quiet on set. We're selling on set here. Keith, how you doing, dude? Good to see you too. Welcome everybody who's watching. We've got 14 people in the room. Thank you all for being here. All right, I have Batman 346. This is a really nice looking book here. Newsstand copy. We got Mad Face. This is carrying your split personality too far. So Mad Face, isn't this Two-Face? That's pretty crazy. You're Mad Two-Face. Sorry. I thought this was a Mad Face. No. Like as in the Mad Hatter. So Batman's off to Don Johnson. How did I know this was going to sell to Don? I was like looking at it and I'm like, Don's going to take that book. Don has made me, I blame you for putting me on the Tom King Batman hunt. And let's see how many books, I actually did a count today. That was the one thing I did when I got home. So how many issues do I need to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. 43 comics I got to get now. And I'm going to get every single last damn one of them too. And here's the beautiful thing about it is most of them I can find in dollar bins, like for the Tom King Batman. It's great. I've come across those books so many times now, so now I'll be on the hunt for them. For me. For good old Onrie. For the good of the Onrie Nation. All right, I have Fantastic Four 249. Man and Superman. The Fantastic Four have fallen to the Gladiator. This is going to go for $5. This is one hell of a cover here by John Byrne. I absolutely love John Byrne's Fantastic Four. I have a lot of those issues. I'm actually trying to build out the entire set. Oh, really? Did you get a ton of those Legends stuff? Now, don't try and throw it off on me, buddy. FF is off to James. Nice pickup. I'm actually a single issue guy over trades. I mean, it depends, right? So, like, there's a series I like called Shaolin Cowboy. I'd rather have that in trade because I like the way Dark Horse prints up the trades in like a bigger format. So, like in that case, I like trades. In some cases, there are things that I like to own the trade and the single issues, like Craven's Last Hunt. I want every variation of that I can get. And also like independent stories. Like there's this one independent graphic novel I read called The Boxer, which was about a Holocaust survivor who won his way to freedom essentially by becoming a boxer inside a concentration camp. And he started boxing like Nazis and things like that. And he was trying to find his, he was a Jew who was trying to find his girlfriend. It's a really sad story, but it's actually right here. I'll show you guys. I'm looking right at it. This book right here. So books like this, I definitely want to own the trade paperback because I mean it's not in single issue form. It's the only way to read it. Kind of like Mark's, like I never did a single issue, release for Mark's either. I just wanted it as a one shot graphic novel because you get the whole story. You can't really do that as like a single issue release. But like one thing I love that Dark Horse does is when they reprint graphic novels, they tend to blow them up. Like they did it with Aliens too, which was cool. So it really just depends, honestly. Another stories that just like work together well, like contained like Pride of Baghdad. I don't even think that got a single issue release. Or like Mouse Guard. Mouse Guard would be a good one too, because I don't want to like have to bag and board that book. Kenneth, how you doing? Good to see you. All right, I have Green Arrow #1 by Mike Grell. Really cool cover by Ed Hannigan, going for $5. It's a very famous cover right there. Superman 369, we got Parasite here. This is going to go for $5. I got Daredevil #11. So I finally read this. I'm all caught up on Daredevil now. I finished Chip Zdarsky's run on Daredevil. Arrows off to James. Wonderful. So in this Daredevil issue, it's actually a really good one. There's a bonus Iron Fist story, but what ends up happening here is Daredevil goes after this company. They're like a real estate company, and they're basically trying to evict all their residents in order to basically not relocate them. And these people don't want to leave their homes, and so they're forcing them out. So they send in like this police force they send in the police to take them out. But then the place is like all rigged and stuff. And so Daredevil and his like ninja unit, they come in to like dismantle everything. And there's some really interesting topics brought up in this issue of Daredevil. It's a really, really good read. You don't have to necessarily have read everything that is going on in the current series to know what's going on, but it's really great. And some of the characters that Zdarsky introduces during his run, they're like the arch nemesis of the story. The Stromwinds, they play a role in this too. So this is really good. This is going to go for $5 today for Daredevil #11. And this is like once they hit issue 14 of this run, that ends Chip's run on Daredevil. So now I'm back to reading Saladin Ahmed's run on Daredevil. I'm like on issue 9 now. So I read issue 8 yesterday, which was like an oversized. And yeah, and I think I know the latest issue of Daredevil has come out this week. So I'm trying to keep up with all my modern stuff now. So if you guys have any questions about modern books, let me know. And before we went on the air, Alan and I have now read Aliens versus Avengers twice. And I didn't like it the first time, but now I'm very curious to see where Jonathan Hickman takes us with this. And I'm really, really interested. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for it. If you guys have read Aliens versus Avengers, let me know what you think. But don't put any spoilers out there for anybody, even though the internet has already essentially spoiled everything that happens in it. I have the Uncanny X-Men #306. This is going to go for just $4 today. It's got to move. Uncanny X-Men 306, $4 on that. I have Dark Knight's Death Metal Rise of the New God #1, featuring some stories here by James Tynion, Joe Hill. This is going to go for $5. I have Ultimate Black Panther #2. That's going to go for $10. Second issue of Black Panther 2. This is written by Brian Hill. He is the guy who wrote the latest Blade run, and I'm also reading Blade. I'm almost finished with the current Blade run. Blade has been freaking awesome. It is the best book that it has ever been, period. I have never been a particularly big fan of the Blade comics, but this guy knows how to write Blade. And I think he's doing a really good job with this Ultimate Black Panther too. It's an interesting take. Now, this Ultimate Universe is very different than the Ultimate Universe that existed back in the early 2000s, and it's thanks to the Ultimate Universe that I actually got back into comics. So I was a dedicated comic book reader when I was a kid, and then I hit my teenage years, and I went through puberty, and I decided that girls didn't think comics were cool, so I stopped reading them. And my voice started getting all weird, and I started having hair in places where I didn't have it before, and all kinds of weird things were happening for me. So I dropped off around the time of the Clone Saga. It was like at the point where Ben Reilly had taken over as Spider-Man, and I just, I started talking to girls, and I just got dumb. Didn't read comics for a while. And comics, I think I dropped off at a good point too, because it was around the mid 90s and things were not really going well. I mean, I look at some of those covers of like late 300 Daredevils and I'm like, what were they thinking? But anyway, what really brought me back into comics was the Ultimate Comics stuff that Brian Michael Bendis was doing in the early 2000s with Ultimate Spider-Man. That's what really brought me back. And I was working a job. It was my only retail job that I ever worked at, electronics boutique, which turned into EB Games and then turned into GameStop. So back then it was EBX, and a customer there was really into comics, and he told me about Ultimate Spider-Man because I started working there when the Spider-Man game came out, and the Spider-Man PS1 game got me to want to start reading Spider-Man comics again. So I was talking to this guy because he was a big comics fan, and he told me about Ultimate Spider-Man. So I decided to go out and pick up this book, and I really, really loved it. Now, the Ultimate Universe, the idea of it, and this is what brought me back into comics, was, hey, what if the superheroes that we all know and love, what if they became superheroes today? What if we erased their history and they started now as opposed to before? That was the premise, right? And so that took, and we saw so much come out of that. And then the universe kind of, I want to say, imploded in some ways. It actually did implode. After exploding, it imploded. So it became really popular. We saw the Ultimates come out, and that inspired the iteration of the Avengers that we saw very heavily. The idea of Nick Fury being black and cast as Samuel L. Jackson. That all came from the Ultimates and the Ultimate Universe. But eventually the universe imploded, and it just ceased to exist. But and they did a universe merge. Another thing that came out of the Ultimate Universe was Miles Morales and the Maker, who was the Reed Richards of the Ultimate Universe. So in this current Ultimate world, what is happening is the Maker, who has been arrested by the Illuminati and was incarcerated, was basically, he broke free, and he decided to create an all-new universe. So he created a whole new universe, and that's where all of these stories take place. So this Ultimate world that Jonathan Hickman has created is sort of like the brainchild of the Maker. And it's really, really deep and intricate stuff. So it's not just like, you can't enter this without kind of having that heads up. And I say that about any one of his titles right now. The premise is only like the surface layer of it, but the deeper root of it is like what is going on with the Maker. Jonathan Hickman has got bigger plans with all of these titles, and he's brought on different creators to help him weave it all together. So this is really interesting stuff. We got Ultimate Black Panther #2 going for $10. The first issue went like gangbusters. I couldn't even get a copy of it. I got copies of it, but it was really hard to secure it because everybody was jumping on it, especially Ultimate Spider-Man 1. That was like one of the biggest hits of 2024. And that book is now valued so high. I'm waiting for it to drop in value so I can get it again. But Ultimate Black Panther #2 is going to go for just $10 right now for anybody who is interested. Next up, I got Spider-Man and Hulk special edition. It's a supplement to the Chicago Tribune advertisement, special summer issue, going for just $5. I'll tell you right now, I have sold this book before for $15. So $5, I think, is a steal on this one. Let's move it quickly. And then I have The Amazing Spider-Man #26. And here's what's interesting about this issue. If I'm not mistaken, aside from the fact that this is the issue where Captain Marvel died, or Miss Marvel dies. Sorry, Miss Marvel dies in this issue. But this is also a misprint of Miss Marvel dying. This, has right as you're reading it, it has half of it is a Guardians of the Galaxy issue. So this is a rare misprint of the death of Miss Marvel, an Amazing Spider-Man number 26. This is going to go for $8. James claims it. Nice pickup. Very nice pickup. All right. And then I have something I've been trying to sell for a very, very long time now. Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire number 2. This is going to go for $5. I'm into it for $5. I'm selling for $5. I need to move it. So $5 on this. All right, up top, I have a couple cool things here. I have Night Thrasher for Control number 1. The entire run is here. Number 2, number 3, and number 4. You can grab the entire set right now for just $10. 4 for $10. You get the entire run of Night Thrasher for Control. I think Night Thrasher is basically a version of Batman set in the Marvel universe, but with different weaponry and stuff. But the idea is very similar. All right, James is already claiming the Transformers. So I have Transformers here. I am doing this one. It is priced at $17. I'm going to do it at $12. So $12, and James is claiming it. So this is hot off the press. You get it collects issues 1 through 6 of the current series from the Energon universe that Robert Kirkman is building out, and he has done such a brilliant job with it. It is so good. It is so amazing. I absolutely love everything Robert Kirkman is doing with it. And I currently caught up with Destro. Destro has been a really damn good read. All right, and finally, for our top bundles here, we have this really cool graphic novel, sealed in the poly bag. I have Dracula, which is done by James Tynan and Martin Simmons. The Dracula comic I've wanted all my life, said by Robert Kirkman. This is sealed in the poly bag. We have this priced out at, where's the price on this? Why doesn't it have a price on it? Oh, there it is. It's $25 normally. I will do it right now at $20. So I will do it. I'm taking 20% off this factory sealed graphic novel right here. $20. You're not going to get this price anywhere else. Anywhere else you see this book, you're going to pay $25 on it. I promise you, plus tax and everything. $20, and I got you covered for the Dracula. All right, that is everything for our lower rack. And we're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, I'm going to fill up the lower rack again, and then we're going to get to it with the $2 deals. So I will see you guys in just a moment.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
You love comic books. You collect comic books. But even if you own a rare, expensive issue, it's still a copy. How would you like to own a piece of comic book history? The actual art pages the comics were made from? Oh no, you say. That's too expensive. Regular people can't afford that stuff. Can they? Nick Ferrucci says yes. Join the founder of Dynamite Entertainment for the original art experience on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. Incredible art at almost unbelievable prices. Does he have some high-dollar pieces for the high rollers? Sure, but Nick always makes sure to find amazing pieces priced for the fledgling collector. you can collect original comic art. The Original Art Experience. Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Part of the experience.
In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great. Thanks.
All right, guys, we're coming very, very close to jumping into the single issue books, but I'm going to just fill up the bottom row here just so it's not like empty and, replace what we sold at the top there. So first off, I have Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Each of these books are going to go at $3 a pop. Usually if you see them at a comic shop, they're going to go for about $4 or $5. So I'm saving you a little bit of money here. We're going to do it all at $15 for the Hawkeye Kate Bishops. And then I have the Century number 1. That's going to go for $4. Spectacular Spider-Man 139. The Origin of Tombstone. That's going to go for $5. Silver Surfer Ghostlight number 1. This is the first appearance of Ghostlight, and it's also a Planet of the Apes variant. That's going to go for $4. Incredible Hulk 286 is going to go for $3. That issue of X-Men is $306, and it is going to go for $4 right now. $4 on that. Mr. Houghton. Okay, Tombstone. Off to James. James Tombstone. Sweet. And then I have Batman 151. We got a Gilliam March variant cover here. This is going to go for just $6 today. So $6 on this. And then I have 2099 Unlimited number 1. This is the first appearance of Hulk 2099. That's going to go for $5. $5 on that. I remember when that book came out. It's like Hulk 2099. That's weird. That looks interesting. Okay, one more book, and then we're off to the races with our $2 books. Robin number 0. This is going to go for $3. Robin number 0. $3 on Robin 0. Unlimited 2099 off to James at 5. Robin 0 is off to Don at 3. So speaking of Gilliam March, one other series that I was actually thinking about picking up is James Tynion's Joker. That might be the next thing I actually start to jump on. Has anybody read James Tynion's Joker? Does anybody have any opinions of it that they'd be willing to share with me? Something I'm also interested in picking up and reading. Some of those covers and the artwork look really, really good. All right. I have Fantastic Four 216 newsstand copy going for $5. And Dark Multiverse Flashpoint number 1 going for $4. Okay, now on to the $2 comics that I picked up from North Shore Comics and some of the stuff that I got over at Dragon Con. It's all intermixed here. Got some really, really good comics here. One that I know is going to get Chris Deiskell really excited. Okay, first book we have here is Green Lantern, Green Arrow. This is some good old-fashioned, I believe, Neil Adams work here. Number 115 going for just $2. Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 3 and number 4. That's going to go for $4. Predator Race War number 3 of 4 is going to go for $2. Walt Disney's Mickey Mouse and the Wonderful Wizix, that's going to go for $2. Ravage 2099 number 1 going for $2. Found another Green Lantern and Green Arrow. We got number 106 here going for $2. So 106 and 115, $2 on those. Some really good $2 books here. Ravage. Off to Don. Don, you're going to probably want this next one as well. Predator and Mickey. Off to James. X-Men 2099 number 1 going for $2. Green Lantern, Green Arrow number 115 is off to Heath. Keep it coming, folks. I got a very, very big, heavy credit card bill to pay. Let's sell some comics here so I can go out and buy more. X-Men 2099 number 1 is off to Don. Gotcha. Okay, Don. Got you, buddy. I just bought a mattress today. I got a purple, one of those purple mattresses. I went into the mattress store. The first place I went to, I pay attention to salespeople when I see things at, stores because, how can you not? So the first place I went into, the guy was not, he didn't even get up. Like he wouldn't walk. He just sat down at his desk and told me where to go and sit. And when it came to the purple mattress, it was obviously ridiculously expensive. I mean, this thing was like $4,000. And then, the Tempur-Pedic mattresses were like $6,000. And I'm like, and I really need a new mattress. I'm not buying this because I want to live the high life like my other mattress. Like I'm having such bad back pain right now. It's ridiculous. Like I have no choice but to get a new mattress. So I went to 2 different places. The prices were just absolutely insane. And then I went online and I found a purple mattress for a very decent price that was like within the price range that I wanted. I just ordered it online. So very happy about that. And that's not a business expense. That's a personal expense. I freaking earned that. I don't have a choice. I need it, Oh, hey, Tori, you're not messing up the flow. We love having you here. All right, I got the Uncanny X-Men Annual number 15 going for $2. I have a Batman run here. Bunch of Batman books here. Batman 440, 441, 443, 446. No, he's not fighting KG Beast here. 480, 488, and 495. All these bat books are going to go for $2, $4, $6, $7, $14. $14 on these baddies. And you can break up my set if you need to. Need to see it again? Just let me know. Batman versus Robin number 1 going for $2. Yeah, Tori has actually been in a comic. She's been in an issue of Wonder Woman, right, Tori? I didn't make a single joke about the tea today. I'm done making tea jokes. We're done teabagging this show. Batman is off to Houghton 2K. Awesome. Houghton, thank you. Welcome to the show. All right. Heath, I hope you're paying attention because this next run here, I think you're going to like this. I had you in mind when I picked this out. But of course, may the best man win. Doctor Strange. I have pretty much the entire run of Jed McKay's run when Clea Strange became the Sorceress Supreme. We have issue 2, which is the first official appearance of the Harvest Man. I got you, Lorena. Number 3. Number 5. Did I make a tea joke? Yes, I did make a tea joke yesterday. 6, 7. But I did it when I was with you, Don. 8, 9, and 10. I was actually telling you the history of the T jokes. All right, so that's the majority of the run. We're missing issue 1 and 4. Other than that, you got the whole run of Clea Strange being Doctor Strange. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books at $16. Iron Man. Okay. Want the Iron Man at 5. I have another Iron Man here for you. So replenish that. It's one I've been sitting on for a while. Tony Stark, Iron Man #1. This is the start of Dan Slott's run. I've never read it, but here it is. It's going for $3 right now. $3 on that. Just needs to go. For the tainted part. He means the. All right, that's it. Show that comment, the David Moore comment, and play the video. Highlight it so we can all see it, and go for it. Show the video. David Moore! All right. Quiet on Kicking It. Quiet on set. Quiet on set. All right, we got Conqueror of the Barren Earth #3 going for $2. All-Star Squadron #15 going for $2. Requiem for Dracula #1 going for $2. Agent Liberty #1 going for $2. Spidey Super Stories written by Dak. This is, which issue is this? 55. So you see Easy Reader right there? The Easy Reader guy, that's Dak. If you look really closely, that's Dak. That's awesome. So this is going to go for just $2 right now. It's got a sticker on it that says $1, but there's Kingpin striking again, newsstand copy, written by Dak. Love it. Okay. David Moore makes the claim for the Dracula. Got Liberty, All-Star Squadron, and Conqueror of the Barren Earth. Spidey Super Stories. Okay. And we're breaking up the Strange set here. No problem. Let's do it for you, Heath. Okay, let's get caught up with Don. Spidey Super Stories. Heath wants 5, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and then David Moore's taking the rest. 5, 8, 9, and 10. Does that complete your run, Heath? If it does, you're lucky. You got a really good deal on them, I'm telling you, because I had to pay cover price on all those books. And David Moore, you're also very lucky because you're getting issues 2, which is the first Harvest Man, 3, which is a really badass issue, 6, and 7. Really great run here. I absolutely love this Doctor Strange run. $8 to David Moore. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Freedom Fighters, #4, #6, #8. And #9. This is all going to go for $8. Yeah, you got the Harvest Man issue too. The Harvest Man book is like a $10 book in my opinion, but you know, I got it for $1. I'm selling for $2. Astro Comics, your favorite comic book characters on American Airlines, $2. This must have come out a long time ago from Harvey Comics. Dennis the Menace Christmas Special, $2. Thunderstrike #1. This is a $5 book. I have made this a FOMO book before. I'm doing it for $2. It is sold at $5 before. I'm doing it at $2. Why? Because I can, gosh darn it. And then this next one's for Chris Dyskull out there. Quasar #50. Quasar #50 going for $2. Holofoil cover. Thunderstrike off to James. And then Lorena called the Batman versus Robin. I got you, Lorena. Hold on just a second here. Forgot about that. Quasar off the James. Got that milestone issue. Astros off to Heath. You guys are on tonight. This is great. I feel like you guys have missed me. Okay. Batman versus Robin off to Lorena. Fantastic, guys. Thank you very much. This is my only show this week, so I really appreciate you all being here. We got Marvel Toon 1, The Thing, and Spider-Woman number 85 going for $2. No, I don't have the Quay Who video. Sorry. That's on my channel. I'll play it the next time I do it. I'll play it next week for you guys. And I'll try and curate the show so I have some Quasar books. So that it doesn't just come out of nowhere. So that I didn't just pull it out me here. Oh, I pulled it out me here. Oh, Lord. Hey, Don, check it out. If you're still watching. Guess what I just pulled out? Issues 11 and 12 of Kevin Smith's Green Arrow. These are not for sale anymore, guys, because I'm building out my own set of these books. So, sorry. I had them for sale a week ago. No one claimed them. Now they're going into the personal collection because I want them. Until I decide I don't. Once you get me like 2 or 3 or 4 issues of something, you know, now I'm on the hunt for the rest of it. I have the Mighty Thor number 324 going for $2. Hawkman 0 is $2. Mr. Miracle number 25 is $2. Yeah, you guys will get them as mofo books. That'll be later on. That'll be no faux books. Not for you. Not for you books. Mr. Miracle's off to David Moore. Blood Pack number 1 is $2. All right, now this one right here, the run I'm about to show you guys, this is going to get you all excited in those funny parts of your body. All right, so check this out. Okay, let's catch up on claims here. James taking Hawkman. All right, y'all ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this, but if you are, I am. I have Moon Knight 39, Moon Knight fighting Doctor Doom, number 40, number 41, number 42, number 43, and number 44. I am going to do all of these Moon Knights here. We got 6 of them for $12 for the Moon Knights. That is a hell of a run right there. I got Spider-Man number 81. This is part 4 of 6 of Maximum Clonage. This is a pretty intense run in Spider-Man. That's going to go for $2. Moon Knight off to Don Johnson. That was a Pete pickup. That was not from Dragon Con, just so you know, Don. I didn't come across any Moon Knights when we were over there yesterday. But one hell of a run. Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha, number 2 and 1. 2 and 1, there we go. Okay. You didn't see that? I think I got that at Pete's today. That wasn't in the dollar bin either. I actually didn't put a lot of those books out there. A lot of them I put off to the side. I was thinking of doing other stuff with them. All right, I have the Overman, book 1, book 2 of the Overman. It's a Image series by Scott Reed and Shane White, going for $4. Batman Gordon's Law number 2 is $2. I have X-Men number 22 And number 23, that's going to go for $4. Walt Disney Comics and Stories is going to go for $2. More Walt Disney stuff. Oh, I have more Walt Disney Comics and Stories. It's going to go for $2. So we got $4 in the Walt Disney's. Superman Man of Steel, number 2, number 4, number 5, number 7, and number 8, and number 9. Gotcha, James. So that's 3, 6. So that is $12 on the Supermans. X-Men's are off to Punisher War Journal number 34 is $2. Spider-Man Revenge of the Green Goblin by Roger Stern and Ron Frenz. This is a solid pickup here. $2 on this. Ultimate Spider-Man 123 and number 128. That is $4 on this set here. $4 on this set. Marvel Comics presents 122, 123, and 125. Don, I got you. That's going to go for $6. $6 on these. Another cool thing, when I was hanging out at Don's, his girlfriend showed me a picture of him and his kids. And Don was telling me that him and his kids are reading comics together, and I think that's really cool. So I love that you're doing that, Don, because that's something I do with Alan a lot too. Yeah, you have no idea how much it meant to me to come and visit you because, again, I've been on the road for so long, just going in and out of Airbnbs and hotels, and it's a very secluded life. You know, like I have my friends back home, but I've been very alone these last couple of weeks. I mean, when I had Mog and Mel here for Fan Expo, it was a little bit different, but the last 2 weeks have been very lonely, just going from one convention to another. So it was really nice to come visit you and just be reminded of the fact that, like, hey, you know, like this will end and I will go home and see my kids. So, yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, man. And the invite extends to you too, dude. You're welcome over to my house any damn time. Next time you come over, I'm cooking for you, bud. All right. I got Doctor Strange number 11. That's going to go for $2. I have Tech World number 2. This is William Shatner's comic. Number 2, number 3, and number 9 is Johnson is covered up by shadows. His Johnson is covered by shadows. You can't see old Willie Shatner here. All right, this is going to go for $6. Yeah, Onrie's G.G. Allen surprise. Doctor Strange 11, this is the continuation of Jed McKay's run. So the Jed McKay run that Heath picked up, that ended at issue 10, and then they brought back Stephen Strange, so it comes back to life, and this is part of that current run. I don't know if it's the current run or, you know, what they've been doing. Oh, you guys are all welcome. Heath, you are welcome anytime too, man. I have Spider-Man Murder World number 1. That's going to go for $2. Superman in Action Comics 682. That's going to go for $2. As long as you don't try and grab my Johnson, I'm all good. Or my taint. We're good. No taint touching, and we're good. Onrie's not into taint touching. Might make a joke here and there, but please don't touch my taint. I have The Thing number 14. That's going to go for $2. House of Slaughter number 22. That's going to go for $2. Adventures of Superman, John Kent number 1 is going to go for $2. Fighting Army number 59, number 61, and number 85, and number 88 are going to go for $8. $8 on these. Okay. Doctor Strange. Dr. Keith. Fight Marines number 63 is $2. Battle Zones number 1 is going to go for $2. I have Legends of the Dark Knight number 46. This is torn at the side over here, so it's just going to go for $1. I just realized it. Luckily, I caught it. Fighting Air Force number 39 is $2. Number 52 is $2. So that's 4 on this set. Detective Comics 992 and 1009. $4 on this set. Iceman number 104 is $2. Edgar Rice Burroughs' Weird Worlds number 6 is $2. Tori wants to see the FOMO books, and then it's time for bed. Okay. I have Batman Annual number 12 going for $2. Superboy 17 is $2. Superman Annual number 2 is $2. Okay. Wonder Woman number 34 is $2. Detective Comics. All done. Jack Kirby, Fourth World, number 1, going for $2. Image First Saga, number 1, $2. Ever wanted a chance to own Saga number 1, you can own that Image First. Mecha number 1 is $2. Stalker number 2 is $2. Best of Brave and the Bold number 4, starring Batman and the Creeper, is $2. Tori, you're going to have to contain yourself, but I have the Zenoscope book here. I have Grim Fairy Tales number 12, number 19, and number 21, all going for $6. Okay, we're going to take a short commercial break, and then we're going to do our FOMO books. I will see you guys in just a moment.
Order Battle Quest comics at your local comic shop today.
Twitch, it's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there too.
All right. Let's do this. It's FOMO time. Let's play the video real quick.
It's FOMO time! What's that even mean anyway? Oh, is that what it means? I'm such a weirdo for missing out on these great deals!
Now, Chris Dyskel usually comes here to see the David Moore video, but I honestly think that Tori likes the FOMO video the most because every single time we're making fun of Battinson. So, and he deserves to be made fun of. He is not my Batman. That's the only political statement I'll make is that he's not my Batman. All right. So our FOMO books for tonight are Infamous Iron Man #3. This is a solid freaking read. Great art, great writing, great everything. So the premise here is Victor Von Doom. He's decided he's got access to Tony Stark's technology. Civil War II has happened. Tony Stark is dead. Reed Richards, Sue Richards, they're all dead. And so he's decided, well, I'm going to turn over a new leaf. I'm done being the bad guy. I'm just going to go straight now. And there's no moral to it. He's just decided I'm going straight. He's just made a decision. He's doomed. He can do that. His face is repaired. And he's basically just going around and doing, he's Iron Man now. And so the first thing he does is he goes and he destroys the lab of, I forgot the name of the bad guy whose lab he messes up in the first issue. But it's really, really good. It's a really, really good run. I'm on issue 7 of it right now. So we have issue 3 here. This is going to go for just $5. So I'm doing this at $5, which is an insanely low price on this book right now. Infamous Iron Man 3. Batwoman #1, start of J.H. Williams run. This is going to go for $5. X-Men 97 #1, first printing, going for $20 today. It's the most expensive book I've showcased in a while, but look this book up. It has really gone up in value. So X-Men 97 #1, the comic, first printing, $20. Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood #1 is going to go for $10 today. Black Suit and Blood. James calls the X-Men 97 #20. Berserker #9 is going to go for $5. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1, the start of Jason Aaron's run. This is a really, really solid read here. This focuses on, I believe, who's the focus of this issue? I forgot. I read this with Alan. We got a couple copies. This is part of his birthday present. It's going for $10. Who is the focus in this one? Raphael. Damn it, I knew it. So Raphael's in jail in this issue. It's a really good read. You're in for a treat. James claims TMNT. Deadpool #1, collector's issue. This is a reprint of Deadpool #1. This is going to go for $10. And then I have Ultimate Spider-Man #5. This too shall go for $5. Yep, that's cover price on it. And those are your FOMO books. Ultimate Spider-Man. Off the Heath at $5. Nice pickup. I missed #7 of Ultimate Spider-Man. I need to hunt that down. I'll probably try and pick it up tomorrow if I can. Those Ultimate Spider-Mans, they go fast, man. They're very hard books to catch. Okay, so we got 5 FOMO books left. The Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood, I think Alan and I would like reading this. It's got some stories. It's got multiple stories. That's what they do with the whole black, white, and red thing, but it's with the symbiote suit. So got stories by James DeMatteis, J. Michael Straczynski, Allison Wong. This is some really good stuff here. That's going to go for $10, I said, right? Yeah, so $10 on that. Infamous Iron Man number 3. I really underpriced that book. I said it was $5, but huh. Hey, Katie's in the house. What's up, Katie? And Eddie's in the house. Uh-oh, what happened? I heard a loud bang upstairs. Hope my kids are okay. It says connect my YouTube to comment. Skeet skeet, K-pop. Chillin'. Glad to hear it. So that Infamous Iron Man 3, let's see what it's going for right now on eBay. Everybody's selling it for like $10. Some people have a price at $5, but with shipping, you're going to spend about $6, $5, $6. It's a $10 book. I'm doing it at $5 right now. Severely undervalued that book. My fault is your gain. So if someone doesn't claim that by the end of the show, I will reprice that book and I will put it up for $10 next week. I promise you guys that. Deadpool collector's issue number 1. I might hang on to that. So the Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood, I'll probably read that with Alan. The Deadpool, I might read that. Batwoman number 1. This is such damn good stuff. Do not miss this. This is such a freaking good book. $5 on this. Okay. Miss Iron Man, James calls it. Fine. Please pick up, James. And Deadpool. James doesn't want me to read Deadpool. Like, no, you're not gonna get it. And he calls Batwoman. Nice. Batwoman's really good. You're gonna really like that. The artwork in there is so good. J.H. Williams is like amazing. His artwork's fantastic. Okay, so we got 2 of our 8 FOMO books left. I have Berserker number 9 going for just $5 right now. How about we do it at 4? If someone will take Berserker 9 off my hands. I think I have another Berserker issue too. I can pair that up. We'll do it at 8 as opposed to 5 a piece. And then I still have the Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood going for 10. And that is it for our FOMO books. We almost had a complete blowout of FOMO books tonight, which is really cool. Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you hear me? All right, let's get back to it. I have Hammerfall number 2 of 3, cover A, going for $2. You want to build a snowman? The Batman Adventures number 4, number 20, and the number 2 annual are going to go for just $6. $6 on this set. Sensational Spider-Man number 5, number 12, number 13, and number 14. This is going to go for $8. $8. Nira, Cyber Angel, number 1 is going to go for $2. Batgirl number 10 is going to go for $2. Team X, Team 7. It's a crossover going for $2. All right, I'm going to take down our last 2 remaining FOMO books. Berserker number 9 going for $4. Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood going for 10. I have Justice number 5 going for $2. Justice number 5 is $2. And then I have Adventures of Superman, number 491 and number 511. That's going to go for $4. All right, now here's the deal right now. All the books that I have left up here, I'm going to keep them up here for just 1 minute. And if no one makes a single claim on any of these books in the next minute, I'm going to take down the entire double rack and I'm going to cycle through this stuff. You will see it again next week. We'll try and blow it out next week. But these books are, we moved through a lot of the new stuff right now. So yeah. Okay. Justice off to Keith. Keith made a quick claim. Be like Keith, act fast because this stuff's about to go away. You can also make after hours claims if you want. I've had some people do that. So that's you're welcome to do that too. Like if you're catching this at a later time and you're like, hey, Onrie, I really wanted that issue of Superboy that you had up there. You know, I'll hook you up. We're going to move on to the second box. How much are the racks? What do I do the racks for? I'll add one book here, Leonard. Spider-Man Unlimited number 11 is $2. I'm going to add that to the rack here. Let me count what we have. I have 1, 4, 29, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 9, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 46, 47, 48, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 56, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. So I got 74 books here. I'm into each one for $1. So I wouldn't do it at 74 though. But you have to keep in mind I can't sell. I have to be kind of like realistic here. If I sell this at $30 at a super cheap price, it's going to cost me more than anything. So here's what I'd be willing to do. If you were to take the double rack at $50, which is going to save you $24, and I'm comfortable walking away with it because I've made as much as I can off of this. This will allow me to go out and buy some more stuff. It's $50. You know you're going to get free shipping, and there's money to be made on these books. Plenty of meat on the bone if we can do it. All right. James is calling the Spider-Man Unlimited, so I'll throw another $2 book up there. And Leonard, I'll let you decide if you wanna do that or not. I'm gonna take this down so we can get started on the next one. There will be another opportunity. This next board I'm gonna build here. There will be opportunities for you to. I think I could do something a little bit cheaper on that. This stuff is just still kind of new, and I can't take such a hit on it. You know, if that makes sense. So this stuff's going to have to cycle or age out or do whatever it needs to do for a little bit. It's still kind of new. Man, we moved through a lot of it. Oh, James is claiming the double rack at 50. All right, it's yours. Done. Thank you so much. Boom shakalaka. All right. Sweet. GG Allen, that double rack. All right. I have Moonstruck number 1. Was it number 1? Yeah, number 1, going for $2. I have a Doom 2099 run here. No one is claiming this. I don't get it. Are you guys Doom fans or what? I have Doom 2099 number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 19. I will do this entire run here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 books at 12. It's the tiger blood in them. $12. Batman Detective Comics 614 and 623 is going to go for $4. Cable number 16, we got the Phalanx Covenant tie-in going for $2. Magneto number 8, $2. Spectacular Spider-Man Annual number 12 is $2. Incredible Hulk, I got a run here. Incredible Hulk 411, 412, 413, 414, 415, and number 19 annual. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going for $12. Got you, James. 19 annual. I have Sergeant Rock's special issue. Okay, Hulk's off to you as well. 2, 6. I have Sergeant Rock 204 and number 211 going for $4. Savage Dragon Legacy number 1 is $2. Heroes Reborn: The Return number 104 is $2. Green Goblin number 12 is $2. I wish you guys could see Bentley right now. He's so cute. Here, I'm going to take a picture so you guys can see him, what he's doing. Oh, you puppies. There's Bentley. He's just sleeping. And if you look really closely, you can see his eyes are open. He's looking right at me. So cute. New Terry Tunes featuring Heckle and Jekyll going for $2. Battle for the Cowl, Man-Bat number 1, $2. The Losers number 176 is $2. Starman 1 Million, $2. Genesis by John Byrne and Ron Wagner. We got number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's going to go for $6. Yes, I will, James. He is such a good dog. I love him. I missed him so much. He was my friend. Was my best friend. She watches him while I go to conventions, and her and her husband take very good care of him, and he really loves them. He likes being with them. I'm like, you're the best ex-wife ever. She's like really good. She's really good to Bentley. So she even like started buying stuff for him. I'm like, don't buy stuff for the dog. And she's like, yes, I'm buying stuff for the dog because he's here half the time anyway. And I'm like, okay. So when the kids are here, Bentley's always here. When the kids go, she takes them from me. She steals them from me for like a day or two. Not the whole time, but just like a day or two. And it's kind of nice because it just gives me a chance to like have a day or two where I don't have to take care of anyone. And I love dogs, I love animals, and I love kids, but there's some days where I just need me time and need to focus on certain things. So she'll take them for like a day or two. Spectacular Spider-Man 231 is $2. Sensational Spider-Man 14 is $2. Batman Detective, The Detective, number 1 of 6 is $2. Rockstar's The Children of the Beast, Part 1. So this is Rockstar's number 6, Children of the Beast, Part 1, $2. Uncanny X-Men 180, $2.99, 301, 302, and 303. All going for, let's see, $10 tonight. $10 on these X-Men's. 2, 4, 5, $10. All yours. The Winter Guard, number 1, $2. It's cool. $2 on this. Hal Jordan, Green Lantern Corps, number 27 is $2. Harrower, number 1 is $2. I should really read this, shouldn't I? I'm told this is a really good horror story. Interesting. $2 on this. Invincible Iron Man number 49 is $2. Onslaught Epilogue, The Path to Redemption, $2. Street Tiger number 4 is $2. All-Star Section 8 number 6 is $2. Where Monsters Lie, gotcha. Power Pack Into the Storm number 1 is $2. Yeah, Eddie and Jay are both, really hearkening on those books. Sergio Aragon's Gru, Play of the Gods number 2, $2. Karnak number 1 is $2. Yeah, there really have been a lot of good horror stories. I'm thinking my next series has got to be a horror book. I've wanted to do horror for a while. And Warline has kind of like been my chance to tap into the surreal a little bit. But like, I really want to get into something really truly horrifying. One of the most scary films to me of all time has been Jacob's Ladder. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but Jacob's Ladder helped inspire Silent Hill, which was my favorite horror series of all time. I really like Silent Hill. I'm so excited about the Silent Hill 2 remake, by the way. I think that's going to be just so effed up. And the thing that I like so much about it is how grounded in reality it is. That to me is the best horror, is when it's grounded in something that, is real. It's not just about some slasher guy. And not that I don't like slashers. I love slashers. But I really like horror that makes you think, because the more you think about it, the freakier it is, the scarier it is, and the more surreal it becomes. Speaking of my story in Tales from the Crypt, I'll tell you guys, what I wanted to do in Tales from the Crypt was, if you guys have ever had a chance to read the story that I did for Tales from the Crypt, so I did horror already. I was asked to write a story alongside Dak for Paper Cuts, which was Jim Salicrup's company. He approached Dak to do the freelance project, and Dak was like, "Sure, I'll do it, but bring on Onrie. Can Onrie come on to write the story with me?" And Jim was like, "Yeah, sure." So Dak was like, "All right, I want you to pitch, Jim the story." And I said, "All right, Jim, what do you want me to do?" And he goes, "Well, the story has to have something to do with zombies and banks. It could be called Zombie Bank." And I'm like, "All right, well, I worked in the hedge fund industry for 10 years, so I really hated working in the finance world. And I really wanted to tap into something really, really dark. I wanted the story to be about a guy who would go to work every day and he would see everybody around him as zombies. And he would one day get a machine gun and decide to kill everybody. But at the end of the story, you would find out that none of them were ever zombies. They were all humans. So he was a mass shooter. But when I initially pitched this idea, they were like, oh, no, you can't do that. That's going to be like way too dark. You need to tone it down a bit. So we turned it around and made it about, a relationship between, the guy. We turned it into a love story, essentially. So the main character was in love with this girl, and his boss was the zombie, and the boss was, really hitting on the girl and everything. So he ended up, killing his boss, essentially. And, he went all like Rambo inside the office. He tied his head around his head like a bandana and got a whole bunch of office equipment to off his boss. But I had a really bad boss in the hedge fund world. So it was a really great opportunity for me. It was a cathartic experience for me to write that story. But I really want to do something a lot deeper than that and more expansive. So I'm hoping I'll put together something. I mean, once I'm done with Warline, my focus is really going to be just on getting Yisun Shin done. And once that's behind me, finally, once Yisun Shin is done, then I'll start something new. So it's going to be a little while, but I promise you in the time that I spend now and actually getting it out there, I will be, thinking about something. I have to be very careful and very calculated with the projects that I take on because everything's coming out of the same pocket. So, we'll see. All right. Section 8 gets cleaned by James. Deadpool number 8 and number 34. This is going to go for $4. Well, it is dark because the thing is, to me, I always think about this. Whenever there is a mass shooting situation, it's so horrifying, and you have to wonder what is actually going through these people's heads when they get this idea to go in and do something like this, something so horrifying. I'll tell you, the most horrifying thing for me was the Highland Park shooter. You know why? That was 20 minutes from my house. I knew people who were at the event where that shooting took place. I mean, that couldn't have been closer to home for me than it was. It was absolutely horrifying. And I remember when the guy was on the loose, I was actually in my warehouse that day, and I was like, that guy could be anywhere. He could be, within the vicinity of where I'm at right now. It was quiet outside. No one was going outside. When these guys are on the loose, things are freaky, and that kind of stuff hits home. And I think it's something that we really kind of take for granted, in all honesty, because you have to wonder first off, almost all the time when someone does something like this, the signs are so there and everybody's just ignoring it. As a matter of fact, after that was done, my buddy and I were talking, and we were going to actually write a graphic novel. I was too horrified by it, truly horrified by it, so I abandoned the project. We were going to make a book called Mass Shooter, and it was going to be about a mass shooting situation. And we were going to literally pull stuff from headlines and make a mass shooting book. And the whole idea was to call it the book that you don't, the book that you don't want to exist. I think it was that or something else, but I was too horrified by the idea when I was thinking about, the main character and, building out his story and the abuse that he went through and all the signs and everything that people were ignoring. I was just like, I can't write this. And it was right around the time that I got divorced. And I'm like, I can't do this. I can't, this is too dark for me. But I don't think this is something we should shun because it is a very real thing that is affecting our world. And the more we pretend it doesn't exist, it's the more likely it is to happen. We should never ignore those signs. Always, try and get the people who are in trouble the help and attention that they need so that they don't get to that point, Especially the Highland Park shooter. I mean, what's so terrifying about that was that all the signs were there. He was posting videos of him going around and killing people as an animated, video that was sent to the police. They ignored it. His parents were calling the police on each other. There was so much drama. His dad bought him a gun, and there was just so much stuff there that if they would have just been, if the right people were paying attention, that whole situation could have stopped. And the ramifications of it were terrifying. This one guy that works for my father, actually, his friend was one of the victims who was shot. He was killed. It was his he was there with his son and his wife. He died shielding his son, and his son was just found by himself, and his mother was killed right away. So the father saw the mom was shot, grabbed the kid, started running, got shot himself, and the kid just was wandering on his own. He's now with his grandparents, and just like that, kid's orphaned. I can't even get into that. Can't imagine selling that at a con and being as excited about it as I am like with Yushin or Marks or Warline or something like that. Like that stuff is just too much for me. Yeah, exactly. I mean, then there are those situations where you have people who, actually there was a situation in Indiana where, there was another shooter and someone, a civilian, like a responsible civilian had a gun and took down the shooter. So thank God for that. If more people, were able to react that quickly, then, that would be great. But even a lot of that stuff I actually tackle even in Warline. If you read the first issue, I actually have a scene where I focus a lot on mass shootings. There's when we see Crisis for the first time reprogramming this guy, it was really my way of exploring what was done with the Las Vegas shooter. I think that is the weirdest story of all time. The Las Vegas shooter, nothing came together for that at all. It still doesn't make sense to me till this day. I don't get anything with the story behind the Las Vegas shooter. I don't buy it at all. Humans are the scariest monsters. Eddie's got it. That is absolutely true. All right, now let's get back to selling comics because I think I've been going on this diatribe for long enough, and it's a very disturbing one. I don't think we want to talk about this anymore. Fantastic Four Contest of Chaos #1 going for $2. But that's the beauty of comics, though, I have to say. Like, I'm not going to harp on it anymore, but comics give us that outlet, and it's through these characters. Like, if you look at Stan Lee, what he did with the Fantastic Four, the whole Silver Surfer and Galactus saga, that was his commentary on the Vietnam War. Warline's my commentary on COVID, and amongst other things. But it's definitely there. That it is my COVID machination. I have Weapon X number 13, number 14, number 15, number 16, and number 21. All these awesome Weapon X books going for just $12. Even that Daredevil issue right here, this is a commentary on society right now. I'm going to tell you this straight up. This is a really damn good issue. This led to a really great conversation that I had with a friend of mine about like how companies get so greedy that they don't care about anything except for showing profits no matter what, even if they're providing a service or not, raising prices, constantly doing whatever they need to do so that they can show their investors that they're constantly growing and they're not ever showing signs of slowing down. That kind of stuff is beyond criminal. And this issue of Daredevil totally tackles it and does a really great job of it. Some really awesome Chip Zdarsky stuff. And it really made me freaking love Daredevil too. Deathstroke versus Batman number 32. This is $2. Speaking of a great horror series, The Plot. This is a really good one. I really like this. The artwork in this book was really good, and it's actually written by a guy I know named Michael Morecci. He's a Chicago-based writer. It's going to go for $4. Or sorry, $2. If you guys have read the series Barbaric, he's the guy that created Barbaric. Yeah, the plot is really good. The plot is really fantastic. I think I've read pretty much all of it except for the last issue. Great series. Great series. Yeah, Barbaric is awesome. A lot of people really like that. Avengers number 52 is going to go for $2. Nightwing number 22 is $2. Midnighter number 7 is $2. Angel and Spike number 10 is $2. The Flash number 752 is $2. Cull Eternal number 1 is $2. Namor the Submariner Conquered Shores Part 1 is $2. Fantastic Four 28, number 30, number 33, and number 39. That's $8 on that set. Ultimate X-Men 54. This is by Brian K. Vaughan. Number 6, which is 66, which is by Kirkman. 67 and 68 and number 92 and number 93. Eddie, take care. Have a great night. Number 93 and number 94 and the number 1 annual. That's a ton of Ultimate X-Men's here. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, going for $15. $15 on those. Flash number 52, number 53, number 54, and number 55, and number 83. It's a nice run there. 2, 4, 5 issues going for $10. I have a Fantastic Four run here. Some 300s Fantastic Four here. 305, 306, 313, 314, 316, 333, 334, 355. I will do this entire set. 2, 4, 6, 8, $15 on the Fantastic Fours. The 300 Fantastic Fours. X-Men Unlimited number 42. Got this going for just $2. I have Justice League Dark number 5. That's going to go for $2. Cable and Deadpool number 40 and number 41. That's going to go for $4. Nice House on the Lake number 4 is going to go for $2. Now, if I don't have any claims for this Fantastic Four run, I won't part with this for less than what I'm selling it for right now. The same is true of the Doom 2099 run. I can't do that. But I'm going to replace it with Spider-Man Human Torch number 5. That's going to go for $2. And Nubia, Queen of the Amazons number 1 of 4. That'll go for $2. And if I have any takers now, Leonard, cough, cough, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you want to take this double rack here, which has some really solid books. You got this Uncanny X-Men run here, early 300s and number 180. There's also the Sergeant Rocks up there. I have the Deadpools. I have that issue of the Plot. A nice big fat Ultimate X-Men run. Bunch of Flash books. Lots of great stuff here. Harrower number 1 even. The Lee and Hook variant cover. This Weapon X run. I will do the double rack right now if someone wants to claim it at $30. It's $15 a rack. $30 total. $30 for the rack, for the double rack. Not sure how many books you're getting here, but just assume you're paying about 30 cents a book. 30 to 35 cents a book. Somewhere in that range. Either way, there's plenty of meat on the bone for you. I am willing to part with these books. So $30 for the double rack. Three zeros, 30. And I'm going to let you guys think on this as we take our last commercial break. Okay, Leonard's taking the double racks. Boom. All right, we're going to take our last commercial break here, and then I'm going to build out our last rack, and then we're going to close out the show. So I will see you guys in just a moment.
So, the show is called The Geek Chat. And really, there's just a couple of geeks.
I'm Rich. I'm Dez.
And we are your hosts for this weekly guide into comic bookery and all the geeky stuff that goes with it.
And that pretty much says it all. They talk about the latest movies and shows.
Okay, I'll be completely honest with you. Overall, D+ movie.
So the end. Did you know who that is?
That's She-Ra, yeah.
Yes.
The new #1 comics of the week.
We rep Samuel Jackson and we rep Mace Windu.
I passed on this. I was like...
No regrets.
No regrets. I really wanted to like this book. I really did. Like, I really did.
And just chat with each other. And with you.
Oh, Daniel says, I dosed off with the first one. I have zero interest in the Joker Harley ship, not Harley herself. Enjoy, not for me. Yeah, this movie's going to be rough for me to sit through, I'll be honest.
The Geek Chat, Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Just a couple of honest geeks.
Let's be honest. Come on.
And that is why people watch us, because we're honest.
Giving their honest opinions.
And the thing you always have to remember about the internet is everyone has an opinion, and they all suck.
Part of the experience.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
All right, Leonard claimed the last double rack board. So, Leonard, thank you so much. We're going to build out one last stack here, and then we're going to close out tonight's episode. But before we do that, I want to show you guys the FOMO books that we still have left for tonight. We have Berserker #9 going for $4, and Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood going for $10. We're going to keep those books right over here. Those are the last two FOMO books that we have for tonight's show. I'm going to showcase the books that we have left, and then I'm going to go over the lower rack, and then that'll be one last time, and that'll be the end of our episode here. So I still have this Doom run here. Doom 2099, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 19. That is 2, 4, 6, all 6 books going for $12. I have this run of Fantastic Four books here. Fantastic Four 305, 306, 313, 314, 316, 333, 334, and 355. I will do all those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at 15. Ultimate X-Men 69. 69, bro! Going for $2. I have a run of Darkhawk. Darkhawk number 28, 31, 34, 35, the number 2 annual. And this is going to go for just $10. $10 on this. I have Darkness number 10 going for $2. The Book of Magic from Neil Gaiman, book 204, $2 on this. Ultimate Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six, number 2 is $2. Dying is Easy, number 2 is $2. Daphne Byrne, number 4 is $2. Incoming, number 1 from Marvel is $2. This is a huge ass book, like 92 pages. The original Ghost Rider, I have number 8 and number 11 going for $4. Green Lantern, number 93 is $2. The Brave and the Bold featuring Batman and Wonder Woman #1 is $2. Web of Spider-Man 19 is $2. Suicide Squad Black Files #5 is $2. Deadpool versus Gambit #4 is $2. Free Comic Book Day X-Men is $2. Suicide Squad #4 is $2. Uncanny X-Men #11 is $2. Thor #20 is $2. Lake of Fire 2 is $2. King Thor #4 is $2. The Pulse #1, #3, #4, and #5. I'm going to do all those at 8. Extreme. Choose this. #0 is $2. Ancient Enemies #1 of 6 is $2. Night Stalkers 2 is $2. Uncanny X-Men #21 is $2. Guy Gardner #1 is $2. East of West #19 is $2. Wolverine and the X-Men 22 is $2. All-Star Batman 7 is $2. Huck #2 is $2. Scream 2 is $2. The Coming of the Superman #2 is $2. Unleash #2 is $2. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen #2. And #8 is 4. X-Men 92 #6 is 2. Batman Universe #4 is 2. Shazam 31 is 2. Gotham City Monsters is 2. The Punisher, Die Hard, and the Big Easy is 2. New Superman #9 is 2. Spider-Man #22 is 2. Mighty Thor 479 is 2. Okay, so we got some claims here. I'm going to put up everything we got here, and as soon as I see those books that are claimed, I will put them off to the side. So the Pulse got claimed by Leonard. Okay. Kenny X-Men, I got you, James. Pulse. And Web of Spider-Man. Off to Leonard. So that is 10. Guy Gardner. Off to Lorena. Nice pickup. Where's Guy Gardner? Guy Gardner. Off to Lorena. Ow. Dropped my phone. Stupid phone. All right. Any other claims? I never actually read that, the Guy Gardner books. All right, so that's our last rack here. I am going to showcase the bottom row one last time, and as well as the upper stuff. And then we're going to close out the show with spinning for anybody who we owe spins to. And guys, we had a rock solid week. I appreciate you all so much. Ghost Riders off to Lorena. Awesome. Really, that's a great pickup. The Ghosties. our last two remaining FOMO books on the bottom here. You guys will see them next week. So I'll be back on the air next Monday for lunch. I am working on also migrating my mailing system over to a new setup. So I'm not sure how soon I'll get that up and running, but basically the platform I was using to send out mailers is no longer active. It's been taken down, so we'll see. I might just stick with the one that they migrated to or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. This, and this. All right. So real quick, I have James Tynan's Dracula sealed in the polybag. This is a $25 book that I'm going to do for $20 right now. Night Thrasher, For Control, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 is going to go for just $10 right now. $10 on that. Hawkeye Kate Bishop, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5 is going to go for $15. Oh, he claimed it. I didn't know that. No. I do have another copy of it, though, if anybody else wants that Dracula. So I didn't know David Moore claimed that. Excellent. And I got it. So it's wonderful news. Thanks for letting me know. I can't believe I missed that. Actually, I can't believe I missed that. All right. So for the bottom row here, I have Incredible Hulk 286, Fantastic Four 260. Oh, sorry. Incredible Hulk 286 is $3. Fantastic Four 216 is $5. Flashpoint 1 is $4. Batman 151, we got the Gilliam March variant here. That's going to go for $7. The Sentry number 1 is $4. Silver Surfer Ghostlight number 1, Planet of the Apes variant is $4. Saga of the Swamp Thing 3 is $4. Sorry, 5. 5 on that. Tony Stark Iron Man number 1 is $3. Superman 369 is $5. Daredevil 11 is $5. Uncanny X-Men 306 is $4. Ultimate Black Panther 2 is $10. Spider-Man and the Hulk special edition is $5. And Interview with the Vampire number 2 is $5. Okay, Surfer is off to James. Yeah, 4. Is that what we're going to do? I didn't know that. Okay. So I'm going to make a lump sum offer on this just to move this. So let's see what we got here. Okay. 3 plus 5 plus 4 plus 7 plus 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 10 plus 5 plus 5. So I have $66 worth of books here. If you give me $50 from this stack here, that's everything on the lower rack. $50, you're saving $16 and you get free shipping with your order. So $50 for all the lower rack books. Once again, the highlighted books that I think you're getting here that I think are going to be worth the money that you're getting for it are the Spider-Man and the Hulk, the Ultimate Black Panther, let's see, the Saga of the Swamp Thing is a nice pickup here. Fantastic Four number 216. It's a nice copy, newsstand copy. So you got some nice books here, all at $50. All right, we got 2 minutes left on the clock. So Jay, could you run the video for the Wheel of Skid Bark, please?
It's time to spin the wheel of Skid Bark.
All right, Leonard claimed the FOMO Spidey. Where's my pen? Did my pen fall? What did I do with my pen? There it is. Okay, it's time to spin the wheel, skid mark. So I owe spins to Leonard. No. So Leonard, 10. Leonard, Don, David Moore, James, all get spins. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So first spin is off to Leonard. Leonard gets a free DC book. Leonard, you get Detective Comics number 658 on the house. Next spin is off to Don. Don gets a free DC book. I'm hooking Don up with Batman Universe number 4. That's one of my favorite Batman runs by Brian Michael Bendis. Really great read. Next is for David Moore. David Moore gets a $2 comic. I'm going to hook David Moore up with Lake of Fire, because I know he likes independent books. So he gets Lake of Fire number 2. And the last spin is for James. James, you get a $2 comic too. I'm going to hook James up with, let's see, does it kind of have a foilish? I was thinking extreme number 0. I think you'll appreciate this. It's kind of got a foilish type of feel to it. So this is for you, James. Guys, thank you so much for shopping with me tonight. I love you all. I am exhausted. I need to call it a night. I will see you guys next week. We'll be back on a regular schedule. Until then, take care. I love you all. Have a great night.
Join the party. Head over to our Linktree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.